Yeah. Recently watched one of Lucario videos and felt like this would be a good question. Question for the ladies. Tell us a situation when you slept with a guy one time, then ghosted him, and why? All right, that's a good question. So we'll start.
These two can't answer.
Yeah, they can't apply. What about you? Go ahead. Fire. But the dick wasn't fire, I guess. What happened?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's usually due to
Bad performance?
bad performance.
Okay.
I just don't. It's hard for me to
What
tell
does that
someone
mean
that.
when you say bad performance? Please tell us what that means. Too small,
well,
not giving enough.
For me, it's not really necessarily about size. Like, it's really just about, can you last long and am I going to enjoy it? But some guys don't last long.
How long is too long though?
Like question. It has to be like hours, but like some guys only last like 10 minutes or like 5. Like
10-minute man?
Yeah, like I've had situations where a guy only lasts like 5 or 10 minutes.
I mean, that's a long ass time.
What do you what do you do after that?
I have to play it off like, because like I don't like to hurt people's feelings, but it was like,
so if the duration is too short, you're out.
Yeah, because I didn't like, I had to, like, it was a situation like I had to tell the guy, like, he was a good guy too, and like, and you could just tell he just did not have that much experience.
Okay.
And it was hard to tell him because it's like I don't like to ghost people, but yeah, it was the situation.
It's a Casper, that nigga. Okay.
But I told him.
Oh, you told him straight?
Yeah, I told him.
Your performance was trash.
I told him like we could try again.
Yeah.
And we tried it again. It was the same thing.
Wait, what did he say after that?
He was like he wanted to try more.
Oh, you want a third chance? And you're like, nah. He said, well, I'll give her this. Respect for you even giving him a second chance and telling him what the problem was.
I told him because I don't feel like, because he said he was in a relationship for a long time. And before
that was fucking him.
I was like, he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah. But I was like, she had to cheat on you because like, it's just no way.
Yo,
like,
fellas, if that's you, right, bro? Pop a Viagra and go crazy, nigga. Prove it wrong, bro. Don't let that take the L. Prove it wrong.
It's a lot of guys that's like that, though. It's a higher
something, nigga.
Fresh.
Damn, you gonna pop his heart listening to you though.
It's gonna have a heart attack.
You can't take that L, bro. It's an L.
Yo, it's 2005. We can talk about Viagra, bro.
Sometimes it's the guys you least expect it to be, though.
Something.
You're gonna give somebody a heart attack.
It's the guys that you least expect it. Like a lot of girls expect the guys.
Oh, was he like an attractive guy and shit?
Yeah, sometimes a lot of times it's the attractive guys.
Okay.
They're like,
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Ugly niggas be winning.
Yeah,
Chris knows.
That's why it's like, yeah, girls go by looks.
Pretty boys be catfish.
I want to say something, but I don't think I should say anything.
Yeah, you should.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like when you're like making love to somebody or whatever, and they're like, "I love you" and shit. Like, that guy just met you. What the fuck is wrong?
All right, so you ghosted a guy for like prematurely saying "I love you."
Like saying it a lot during sex.
Okay.
Like, I love you, baby. I'm like,
Okay.
They're reminiscing for sure.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. What about you?
I've never had a one night stand. We've always like came
Stop
back
the
to each
cap.
other.
Okay.
We've always came back to each other.
Stop the cap.
Get it?
Okay.
Came back.
But keyword. You said came back. So that means someone left the other party.
No, like we just do it again.
Okay. So you've never like hooked up with a guy and then just like ghosted him after because he bad performance or he annoyed you or something? Come on, dude. You've ghosted a guy
but
before.
it happened more than once.
Okay, but why did you ghost him though? Is the question.
Because I got annoyed.
What was the annoying behavior?
It was just doing too much,
Such as?
like texting me good morning.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah.
Wow. Starting to be nice.
Here's the thing, like, yo, the reason why I want to get these answers, ladies, is so the guys in the chat can kind of learn, like, yo, this shit is not, because I don't know why dudes send good morning texts.
Yeah.
Like that shit, bro. Okay.
Good morning, baby.
Yeah. Like, even if the girl, like, here's the thing, because let's say the girl likes you and you send good morning text. Yeah, she'll be happy about it in the beginning, but she's eventually gonna get worn and torn by that shit and annoyed. So,
and also,
did you like the guy at first? I'm assuming.
I was feeling him, nothing relationship wise, but like I
You were
was feeling
physically
him at the
attracted to
time.
him?
Yeah, at
Okay.
the time. Like now, not at all.
So would it be fair to say that him hitting you up too much and being annoying is what made you lose arousal for him?
100%.
Even though he was physically attractive?
Yes.
Okay. Guys.
Here's the gem, right?
Yeah.
After you smash and you did a very good job, let her do all the pursuing.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Don't chase.
What about you?
I've just never had a one night stand.
Never
No,
ghosted a guy ever?
I have never had a one night stand.
Okay.
Just a one night man.
I've never had sex with a person once and done ever.
Damn.
My body count is on one hand.
All right.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say they
What
were
did you do?
attractive,
Mhm.
but their personality wasn't for me, or they showed some characteristics that I didn't like.
Give us the specifics of what made you say no.
Well, I don't know. Like it could be like the smallest thing. Like let's say they just said something that I didn't like, or
Damn.
like women, we have boundaries as to what you can say to us, what you can do to us,
Okay.
things like that. If there's certain things that you don't do, or there's certain things that you say that I don't like, I might fuck you because you're sexy or whatever, but
Yeah.
I might not ever pursue nothing with you ever again.
That's fair. But what I'm asking is, what did they do specifically that made you ghost that particular individual? That
What
you're-
did they say?
Yeah.
Can I see you again?
I don't know a specific one to mention. Like fuck.
Something that icks you. Like what did they
Well, yeah.
do?
What did they
What was
say?
the, like, what was the
Did
last?
they
When
tell
they
you some
try
shit?
too hard in the beginning, that's like an ick, I guess. I might still give it to them because they're sexy, but if they
Okay.
try too hard for it, I won't give it to
Like
them.
constantly
again.
messaging you or something?
Yeah.
Over pursuing?
Over pursuing for sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So you gave it to him, but then you're like, this guy thirsty.
Thirsty, exactly. He probably over pursues everybody.
You're fresh.
I'm good.
That cross she's
Alright.
wearing, man.
Who?
That cross she's wearing.
Oh yeah. She's a woman of God.
What about you? What made you ghost a guy before?
I haven't had that situation where I had like a one night stand and I
Stop the
just
cap.
Never.
Nope.
Stop the cap.
All right. What about you?
I believe
Their age, I'm just kind of like, I can't. It's like, well, if I push more, it's like, I don't want to hear about this stuff. So
Yeah. We don't.
All right, go ahead.
honestly, when a guy is just trying to like make you a fond of like how he works his body and like try to like hype his like work
He's
and like
cocky.
sex.
Oh, yeah,
Very
yeah.
cocky, but when he puts in the work, it's not all of
It's
that.
not there.
It's not there at all.
So, okay, just so I understand this. So you're saying like, before you guys hook up, he talks about how he's going to be really good sexually,
Basically,
and then
like,
he underwhelms you, and then
and-
you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was
Okay.
not all of that you told me.
All
It was
right.
all talk.
All talk.
Okay.
Yeah, all talk.
So you ghosted the guy before because the performance didn't live up to what he said.
Guys, here's a tip: undervalue yourself and overperform in
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Yeah.
Every single time.
When I worked for the government guys, famous saying we always used to say was under promise, over deliver.
Over-deliver.
Always under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say the same thing. Don't hype yourself up if you know, like if you tell them, my dick is good, I have all the girls going crazy, and then I try you, and it's like, what are we talking about?
Wow. Okay.
What do we? And then I thought he was fucking with another girl, and I was like, we don't even compare. So no, I'm not so fucking with you because you.
Oh
fuck with-
damn.
So that's why you ghosted him too, because
Yeah, that was the second reason because
underwhelming. Okay.
we don't.
Status.
What is your type? I'm not your type because
Okay. It wasn't because he had a farm in Ohio.
I don't want to talk about Ohio. Fuck Ohio.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
What about you?
I've never been in that situation before.
No.
No, I've all my relationship, which is 2, so I haven't.
She tried. He gave her the DDT. You ain't going nowhere. Mom. Grabbed her like this and like, no, boom,
No escape.
Yeah, no escape. All right. What about you? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. What have you learned from these answers here?
Oh yeah. Go.
Like about the topic.
Yeah.
Well, that I don't know. Like there are so many things that play into these kind of situation. I think that the fact that men are always trying to, like talk about like good about their, I don't know, like abilities.
Mhm.
It's like the thing that maybe can affect more like into the situation itself. Like you expect something else and then you receive like nothing.
Okay.
So,
I
And
don't understand anything you said, but okay.
Yeah. what have you learned? What have you learned about this?
Same thing. I agree with most of what they said. I believe that like a lot of people say, I want the guy that like texts in the morning and all of this.
You want that?
But no, but what I'm saying, like it's nice and it's like I feel like it's nice because it's not usual. So what you said is true. Like when it becomes very normal, then it becomes to a point like, okay, like again, like they're texting every single day, like putting too much effort. I'm just saying, like putting too much effort or showing like too much. It's like a guy too. Like if you have a girl behind you every single time and she's like she's really throwing herself at you, and like you know you can have her at any moment, you might sleep with her. But if she's really that like desperate, in a way, you're gonna get turned off by her. You're not really gonna take her as like a wife material. You're not gonna take her as seriously. Sometimes, yeah.
I don't agree with that. I think if you're throwing yourself at a guy, like a guy has to just choose, like, is he wanting to be with you? Is he ready for a relationship? Does he want what you want? Because I mean, guys are gonna choose their best option as well if they're looking for a relationship. But if they're looking for sex, then they're gonna choose their best option, the easiest.
But if they have a bunch of girls that are after them or a bunch of girls that are desperate for them, then, you know, like I talk about, let's say my friends, like if they have a bunch of girls, they might sleep with them, but they're like, oh, Nicole, like I would never, you know.
So your friends right now, they're young.
Exactly.
So
like, that's why it's like very different because we're in very different, like.
Let's say 10 years from now, you can talk to those guys. They're probably looking for they're looking to settle down. Like after a certain point, you want to settle down. Because when you meet the guy, like, is he ready for that or is he not ready for that? So you can be a girl who's going to wait with a guy who's not ready for that. And you're going to put your best foot out and you're going to clean his house and cook for him. And you still don't have a title. And eventually he might give you the title, but you're still going to have to do the work before you get that title.
You know, actually, that's a very good point that you made, because a lot of girls, you'll get the man sometimes simply by attrition. And what I mean by that is you just waited longer than the other girls. You added more value than the other girls over a long period of time. And this is kind of like the double-edged sword for women, is that because women have a finite amount of time to find the best guy that they can. Yeah. So a lot of girls are scared to lose their 20s to a guy that they don't feel is worth it. But if you meet that guy and you think he's worth it and you sacrifice your 20s for him, right? It is a risk. It's a gamble. But more than likely, since most of these girls are useless, you're going to be the only one that's useful. He probably will give you a title. Yeah. I'd be honest with you. If a girl pursues a guy long enough, because the thing is that most girls don't pursue guys and most girls don't add value. So let's say you're not the most attractive girl, but you do everything and you help him out and you actually are a value, like a tool in his asset box. You'll beat out all the other girls simply by being useful over a long term. And he'll probably wife you up. This is why you see a lot of guys, if you look at a lot of millionaires, a lot of guys who are successful, you look at their wife, she's underwhelming. She's not that hot, but she probably stayed the course and realized, I'm not leaving your side. I'm going to stick by you because I see the potential and I want to be with you. Yeah. And then he'll pick her because she's just the best one.
She's like loyal, the most loyal.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is that, I'll be honest with y'all, man, like I tell guys this all the time. You're better off wifing up a girl that isn't the baddest, 6, 7, right, in that range, because those girls tend to be the best when it comes to utility and offering value back, versus the girls that are dime pieces. They're useless a lot of times because they never had to be useful. So, yeah. Sure. So, I mean, that's some advanced game right there. Because I've told girls this too. Like, listen, it's a gamble. But if you're with a guy that's attractive, let's say he's not ready to settle down now, but you just stick it out and you wait and you're still there. You're the one that's always consistent and reliable, etc. You're probably going to get the title and beat out all the other girls simply by attrition.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Because most girls don't have the patience and or the ability to provide long-term value to a guy. Because a lot of girls are taught, do what's best for you right now. And if that means leaving that guy and going to something better, girls are far more likely to initiate breakups and jump on the next best thing.
Or couldn't you also just say, like, wait for them? Like, not necessarily, I don't know. I feel like that's also brings a lot of heartbreak. Like, I completely understand what you're saying.
It's
and
a
I
risk.
agree.
That's what I mean. That's why I said it's a risk.
And it really hurts. That's what, like, let's say I was in love with someone right now, but we're my age, we're about to, like, go to college and, they're very handsome or whatever, and they're going to go through, like, their stuff, and they're gonna go out with girls and whatever. I wouldn't necessarily be like on them all the time. Like, I really, really like you and I really want to be with you. It's more like, you know how I feel about you. And if you ever need a friend, like, I'm here when you want to talk about it or whatever. Like, if I really like someone, I would wait for them. But when I'm saying like desperate is like all the time, like constantly nagging, like, she's desperate. That's
Can I ask you a question? What's the oldest book on your bookshelf? Do you know the name of that book? It's old. It's just there. It's collecting dust. If it's not doing anything for you, then why would you?
For him to know that it's like, I'm not just here because I want to, sleep with you, or I'm not just here because I think you're cute. Like, I want you to think of me as a friend. I want you to think of someone that you can rely on.
But you're just another. You're just another paint on the wall. You're just another light. You're nothing different. You're just there.
You say that, like, to continue to stand out.
You have to. Yeah, you have to give more.
I feel like in a way we also put men through that same.
Yeah, we do.
String along where we're like, are you good enough? Are you not? Like, men have to prove themselves in order for us to give ourselves to them in the first place. So I feel like it's kind of equal. Like, women should also fight for their man or like prove your point.
I would argue, and I think, well, not even I think, I know most girls don't fight for their man, which is why so many girls are single. And if you do fight for your guy, he's trust me, that's gonna leave an impression.
It's exactly what you said at the beginning, though. Like, I completely agree. Like nowadays, everybody just wants to give up.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants to like understand, or like nobody wants to sit down and talk about it or go to counseling. And when you said about the high value man at the beginning, like I always say, like I would hate cheating, but I would, under certain circumstances, like I would accept it because there's very different stuff that happens along the way.
Another thing too, also for the ladies, is that you also kind of have to be intelligent enough to understand, like, let's say you're 21 and you're looking to consolidate on the best guy. You probably want to date a guy that's a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
That you know, 7, 8, 10 years above, because as you're coming to fruition, he's going to be coming to a point where he's like, you know what, I can get married at this point, etc. He's more established. He's a little bit more mature. He might have gotten maybe the random sex out of his system. He's still gonna always want to fuck bitches. Don't get it twisted. But maybe not to the same level.
Yeah.
So that's also where it's important as the girl. Like you want to date a guy that's older as well, and it just typically tends to work out. Older men typically go better with younger women.